So you just start by soaking your soapy balls, and I'll be writing the names on the screen. So first things first, I'm dissolving my soda ash, and we're going to be making 30 liters of liquid soap. So you can share your water however you want to, but make sure the greater portion you'll be using to dissolve your nitrosol. At least use 15 liters to dissolve your nitrosol, and then the rest 15 liters you can use it to dissolve your other ingredients or chemicals, and that's SLS. And my SLS I used about, sorry for the interruption, for my SLS I use 5 liters to dissolve my SLS. Make sure to use up to 5 liters and make sure to stir very well, because if you leave it without stirring it, it might take longer time to dissolve. I also went ahead to soak my Sttp. I'm sure I wrote that on the screen, and this is our um caustic soda. Next thing, we are going to dissolve our Texapon. Okay, there's another way of dissolving Texapon. Yeah, you can use your sulfonic acid to dissolve your Texapon. I think I have a video on my channel where I did that method. So I just wanted to try this other method to dissolve my Texapon, and I dissolved it using sodium sulfate. Yeah, you dissolve this using your sodium sulfate. Just keep stirring until you get that thick pulp-like consistency, and you start adding your water gradually. I fast forwarded the video a little bit because I didn't want the video to be too long. I just wanted to go straight to the point and teach you people how you can make your own liquid soap at home for use. You can also use, like, sell this. I sell this. As you can see, I'm going to bottle them. I sell this. So that is how I do mine. I would definitely need an upgrade, but this one is working so fine for me for now. So you just keep adding your water gradually and stirring until you get the thick creamy like consistency that you can mix with the other solutions. Now this is where you dissolve your nitrosol, and I don't know, you know, even when you cook at home, there are days when you just don't know what happens, and maybe you put a lot of salt or maggi. This happened to me. This nitrosol was acting up. I don't know what happened. It clumped up on me. I had to use my hand mixer to mix it. But there's one trick, guys. Let me tell you. Even if you end up having lumps, do not panic. Do not add water. Just go ahead and mix everything. And the only problem is you're going to wait for about 7 days before you use it, so that all the fish eye will disappear. The fish eye, I mean the lumps, that will dissolve on their own. But if you have to use it immediately, it will be difficult. But when you do this and you want your lumps to disappear, just leave it rest for 7 days. So that's me now adding my caustic soda solution. That's the first thing you add after you've dissolved your nitrosol. Just go ahead and stir for a little while, and then next thing you add your why am I having breakfast? You go ahead and add your soda ash solution and you stir. This is where you do the stirring. The liquid soap, you have to stir and stir. The mistake I made, I was just tired and I didn't really stir my nitrosol very well, and it clumped up on me. Next thing, you add your STTP, and then you go in now with your SLS solution. That's me adding it. I did not leave out. I think I'm going to leave the all the measurements in the description box. For my voice, guys, I'm so tired that I had to do this voice over and get this video over and done with. And then that's our sodium sulfate and Texapon solution. When you add that, just go ahead and keep stirring. Your soap will just have like normal consistency. It will not be too thick. It will just be there, but you see the reaction. And yeah, just go in and stir. Just do as I'm doing on screen. Just follow everything that I'm doing. Just keep stirring. Stir very well. I'm fast forwarding it a little bit because I don't want it to be too long. And that's our sulfonic acid. When you put in your sulfonic acid, the consistency will change. You need a lot of arm work. As you can see, it's getting very, very thick. Just keep stirring and stirring. If you need help, call for somebody. At some point, I had to call for my husband to come and help me. Stir and stir and stir and stir, and you see the consistency. Very nice. Next thing is our foam booster. That's our foam booster. See, guys, this foam booster is very potent. I have a video on my channel where I did this foam booster. From here on, you need to stir because it will become very thick. It will become very thick. Like I said, I had to beg my husband to come stir with for me. You can see the consistency already for yourself. I don't need to talk too much. You can see how thick it became, and I had to ask for help. That's my husband helping me. Next thing, you have to add your glycerin. Glycerin is very important because you need to protect your hands. You need to protect the hands of your customers while using this soap. And glycerin acts as a humectant, meaning it's going to draw moisture from the atmosphere onto your skin. Guys, I'm so tired. And yeah, you need to add your glycerin to make it really nice because this is a multi-purpose sticky soap and our skin pH normally is 5, and for multi-purpose liquid soap the pH is about 8 to 9, 7 to 8, which means if you don't add glycerin, it's going to be harsh on your skin. So we add that glycerin to reduce the harshness. And then I added my preservative. So this is the next day. As you can see, we have little fish eyes in it, like lumps. And since I wasn't in a haze though, so just leave it to rest. And this is us after 1 week. I had already started using the soap. You can still strain it if you have a strainer. If you're in a haze, go ahead and strain it. And now you add your perfume. Make sure not to put your perfume directly into your soap. Mix a little bit outside, like take a little bit of soap, mix your perfume before adding it. Some perfumes, when you add it directly, it will change the consistency of your soap. As you can see, the one inside that cup is getting really light. So if you go ahead and add it directly, you might mess up the whole work that you did. So first of all, mix, and then you add it to the whole bucket. So why I already have color in it, because I had urgent order and I had to just mix a little and then bottle it up for my customer. Hence, you have a little bit of color in the other one that I added. And I also forgot that I was filming a video. You know, sometimes you film a video and then you even forget that, because it took me 1 week to come to this because I had lumps. I had to wait for them to dissolve. I didn't want to strain everything out and then lose some of the vital ingredients in the soap. Hence, you can see that. And I had to add a little bit of color because I really wanted it to be blue. I did not want the baby blue. My customer wanted baby blue, so I did baby blue. So I had to add color to this. And after you add your color, just add your color to this how you want it, and you leave it to rest. When you come back the next day, guys, you're going to see everything for yourself. When you make soap, yeah, be patient. When you're doing productions like this, be patient and let it rest, and you get your perfect consistency. So I had to let it rest and then come back the next day to bottle it up to sell to other people. Yeah, that's just how you make liquid soap. Do not panic when you make like little mistakes and you have little lumps. Just let it rest for a while and you'll definitely love the outcome. Yeah, that's how you make little soap. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do me well to subscribe. Please leave a comment. If there's any question, just leave a comment. And for the measurements, I'm going to leave them in the description box and down below. So if you want the full recipe, you can come and check it out. And that's also, it's so beautiful. You see how lucid how transparent that is. And I always do this this thing, I strain it because I don't want to see any dirt in it. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you have any concerns, any questions, drop it down below and I'll answer you. Bye.